Good evening and welcome to the gold medal match in the MVM EHF Final Four. Women's Champions League comes to Budapest, to the Pap Laszlo Arena. It is stuffed to the gills. 10,000 fans bedecked in green as they await the opening ceremony and then the introduction of the teams. The teams today from Hungary, Gyori, and from Montenegro, Budućnost. They know each other well. There's a lot of rivalry between them. They have won over the past 2 years the Champions League between them. Current champions Gyori, the year before, champions Budućnost. This will be some battle, and if you're a handball fan, it will be worth watching. It will unfold over the next hour and a half, and these fans here live will get to sample the atmosphere in this arena, which I have to say is incredible. But for all of you watching at home, it's going to be a great game. Top class players playing in every position, top goalkeepers, top line players, wingers, shooters and centre players. And of course, a little spice as Gudbic and Knežević come face to face once again in the final of the MVM EHF Final Four. Earlier today, Vardar won the bronze medal match, defeating Midtjylland in what was a great game, as bronze medal matches often are. Gold medal matches can be quite tense. Budućnost had a very difficult game yesterday against Vardar, a very low-scoring game, went to double extra time. They played the second game yesterday, the second semi-final, so their recovery time is far less than Gyori, who had a relatively easy passage against FC Midtjylland. So congratulations to Vardar for their bronze medal, and congratulations to Midtjylland for playing some wonderful handball while they were here, and unfortunately coming bottom of the pile, but still top four in Europe. So the music players out around, the fans watch the giant cube, which is one of the biggest I've ever seen, I have to say, above me. And the floor display as well, as the stage people come on, clear it up, and very soon it'll be the introduction of the teams. And there isn't an empty seat in the arena for this top level game in women's handball. Hungarian flags all around the arena. But there are some Montenegrin fans just opposite me, and away to my left, the Macedonian fans. I wonder who they'll be supporting today. And the Budućnost fans are behind me and to the left, but they have flags dotted all around the arena. And there, of course, you see the giant cube, and to the left, the flag of the Budućnost team, and to the right, you have the flag of the Gyori team. 11th season for Gyori. 7 times they were in finals in Europe, and finally won one last year under the guidance of Ambros Martin. Dragan Acic is the coach of Budućnost, and as I said, they won the year before last in the Champions League. This is their 18th season, with 25 titles in Montenegro. So we're talking about two powerhouses in the world of women's handball. Two very different styles of play. Ambros Martin, for sure, concentrates on defence, but he likes attacking flair. And in Amorim and Buradovic and Gudbic, he has a sensational back division.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Acic, by contrast, is more of a defence man. And if you watched the game yesterday, well, the defences were on top. 16-16 at the end of regulation time. The game ended 22-20. There weren't too many goal-scoring opportunities, but let's hope for a classic game today. The referees from France, it's Charlotte Bonaventura and Jules Bonaventura. Table officials are ready. Everyone is ready.
And from Finland, Mona.
And I have to say, they are a wonderful crowd. They've been very gracious to all the teams that have been here today.
And now, please welcome
introduced to
Budućnost.
They cannot hide their feelings. And there you go. It begins immediately. It's a cauldron of noise. The question is, will the pressure from the home crowd tell on this Budućnost team, or
Number 8.
Or will it actually spur them on to greater heights? I know that Clara Voltering was saying that she kind of likes it.
11.
Makes her play even harder. There's the Romanian Nicotina, who I expected to play yesterday in the centre, but was left on the bench. She can't play in the centre.
Number 16. Gyori Audi.
What a game she had yesterday. She was absolutely superb in goal. Really, really good. And this young lady, Zuzewska, came on, playing in the right back at times. Big, strong player. Doesn't get much of a run in ahead of Dalby on this team. And there she is. Nice interview with her. She's very relaxed today, just before
Number 27.
this match. And I have to say, there aren't so many boos and whistles ringing out around the arena for the introduction of the Budućnost team. But I think they're saving it all for Milena Jezovic. So we'll wait for her name to be called out. Number 90, great player. They really missed her yesterday. She's the glue that holds this entire team together. This player is sensational. Look at them, they're trying to hold her back and they can't do it. Smic, yeah, she gets the booze, but that in itself is praise because she is absolutely wonderful in the line. Great defender as well. Oh, Mihajlovic, well, she had a wonderful game yesterday for the team. She was so good on the left wing. 5 goals she got. And when you think they only scored 22, that's almost a quarter of their goals.
Number 89.
Well, the Pole played in the centre for them yesterday. She only got a goal, 1 goal, but here, wait for it. Well, I'll tell you, that'll be enough to shake the knees. Oh, she blows a kiss to the crowd. Well done. The drums beat out. Knežević makes her way on. They do not like her at Gyori. But she handled it very, very well, you have to say. And finally, Lazovic comes on, and well, she's a great centre block partnership with Smic. But you have to think the height of Buladovic and Amorim will tell even against them. And there is Draganacic. Very stoic looking man, never really gives too much away. Totally opposite to Ambrose Martin, the coach of Gyori. Look at that stadium, it looks wonderful. Well, the crowd rises to their feet. 10,000 in the Papalazo Arena acclaim their team. On a par with Veszprém, this team is in the women's game. Gyori, super support for them. The green jersey is lowered from the stands as Katarina Lund comes on. Also a good game yesterday.
Number 8.
26 goals, of course, they conceded in the game, but really they were never majorly in trouble.
Number 11.
Comes on. Left back player plays behind. Just before her was Heidi Loka, the Norwegian. Well, she's
number
absolutely
12. Number 13.
Well, Anita Gerbitz comes on to the acclaim of the crowd.
Number 14.
7 goals she got in the game yesterday. That brings her up to 8 in total in the Champions League. Kovacic can play centre, but has been deployed on the left wing by the coach and has done wonderfully well out there. But look at this girl. Brazilian left back, 27 years of age, 1.86 m, got 5 goals in the game yesterday. Champions League winner for Gyori last season and a world champion. She's 55 goals. Yet I don't see too much of her, mostly an unused substitute on the team. Delvel, well, what a defender. That's her position, on she comes. Well, I have to say, if they've got one thing ahead of Budućnost, it is the fact that they've got two right wingers. There's Carlos Ortega and Laszlo Nagy looking on. Well, it's great to see the boys from Best Friend, the coach and one of their star players coming down to watch the ladies of Gyori to add their support in what is a huge Hungarian effort. I have to say they've done a great job producing this event. Full crowds on both days and everything around the event, absolutely superb. Bocko-Horniak comes on. And the other thing is, aside from Gudvic, Amarim and probably Bulatovic, who's coming on next. Yeah, every member of the team has got a great round of applause, a great cheer. I mean, it's got to be some kind of benefit for them. The fact that they played the first semi-final yesterday, they've had a longer rest, and the fact that it was an easier game. I put easier in inverted commas, but definitely Budućnost had a tough game yesterday. The question, of course, is whether Budućnost at this stage is in the competition in a bigger way than Gyori. And there's Ambros Martin just waving to the crowd. And that is always the interesting thing. Does the freshness come into it? And if the game is tight with about 10 minutes to go, does the freshness come into it? Or the fact that Budućnost had such a tough game, does that prepare them better for this game against Gyori today? Well, the stage is set. The anthem is ready to play. The stadium looks amazing. There isn't an empty seat in the house. Paplaslo Arena in Budapest. 10,000 fans. It's the MVM EHF Final Four gold medal match between Gyori of Hungary and Budućnost of Montenegro. Svijic gives us the heart. Well, they've been unbeaten in the main round, and they were obviously, they've remained unbeaten coming to this final, so they've done really well. And Budućnost the same, 3 wins and 3 draws in the main round. And well, there's nothing between them. It's a 50-50 game, and the French referees are going to have to be strong today, because there's going to be a lot of pressure from the crowd to make the right decisions. All right, who to look out for? Well, Svijic for absolute sure on the line, number 72. And then we're talking about number 90, Knežević, and Kamila Dalbu, number 20, the right back, and Niagu, the left back, and the Voldring in goal. They're the players to watch out for, along with 77, Mehmedovic, and on the right wing is Petrovic. There's the coach, Dragan Adzic. And the Gyori team, well, centre player, and Anita Gudvic, number 13, super player, then Amarin, the left back, number 18, and 32, Bulatovic out in the right back position. But they also have some great wingers. They have got 2 superb right wingers, and then, as I say, Kovacic playing over there, but they can also bring Korsos on in the left wing, and that is the coach, Ambros Martin. They change. Bulatovic comes off, Delvel comes on in the defensive formation, and then Dragan Adzic has got quite a clever way of doing it depending on which side Dalbu or Niagu are playing. So if he is on the side of the right back in the first half, then he will take off Dalbu and replace her with Lazovic in the defence, and if he's down the other end and Niagu is closer to the bench, then he replaces her in the defence. Let's see if he does it today. It's going to be key, their changes, because both these teams can fast break. Gyori, well, they are much more of a stylish team. I wonder, do they have the hard raw power they need to beat this? The 2 goalkeepers, 34 Lund, 31 Voldring. not much of a difference in terms of height. And in the semi-finals, well, almost identical. Voltering just ahead, 44%. And then the two line players, well, Svijic, 1m83, Loka, 1m77, but she's like a Duracell bunny. She never stops. Svijic, great defender, great attacker. Loka the same, but smaller and more difficult to get the ball into her. And as I said, the two sisters, Bonaventura from France, are the referees today. Best of luck to them. Well, you gotta say, the atmosphere is absolutely electric. You can almost not hear yourself think in this arena. It looks to me that Jordan will start with the ball, and so in the defence, Voltering starts in goal for Budućnost. Then we have Petrovic on the right wing. Niagu is in defence. Bizdra is in the right back. In the centre block is Svijic and Lazovic. And on the left wing in the defence is Mehmedovic. So it's Jord in green. Jord in green playing from right to left as we watch. Green shorts, green tops. Budućnost in defence, blue and white stripes with the white shorts. And no big surprises for Jord. It's Kovacic, then Amorim, Gurbic, Bulatovic. It's Bognar Bodi gets the nod, and then Loka. But there's already some pushing and shoving in on the line. The referee's going to call them out. And Svijic and Lazovic have a little smile about it. They look very relaxed. In fact, just before the game, they couldn't get into their dressing room, and they were playing around with the microphone, and it was quite interesting to watch that they didn't seem to have any fear. Goodwitz switch. Amorim up, but it's a poor shot. Down low, Voltering takes it. Ball breaks, Niagu, Bizdra. Back to Niagu, Dalbu. So Bizdra keeps her place after yesterday. Niagu goes through. Hit by the goalkeeper, but over the end line, and it's going to be a goalkeeper's ball, and they're delighted with that, and back they go. Gurbic against Lazovic, ball to Amorim, Bulatovic, but the ball moved too slowly. She nearly needed to break through herself there. Ball, Gurbic, oh, she goes around. Does she go around? She does go around. She scores. Great footwork outside of Bizdra in there. No, outside of Lazovic. Turns her inside and out. No chance for Petrovic to come across. Goal scored, and Jord take the lead 1-0. And the crowd is pleased with that, with 1.5 minutes gone of the game. Bizdra keeps her place in the centre. Still no place for Knezovic. Maybe the coach thinks it is too early to put her on. Petrovic goes far side, second line. Niagu to Bizdra. Fight in there with Svijic. Reverse pass to Dalbu, come in from the right wing. Now they replace her in the middle. They put her into the middle, and Bizdra goes to the centre, but the defence held firm for the shot. And the ball goes over for a corner, which Mehmedovic will take to Niagu, the Romanian. What a player she is. Had a great game yesterday. Ball to Bizdra, underarm shot, saved Lund. Easy shot. And they take it nice and handy up the court. Niagu 6 goals in the game yesterday. Wonderful return. Tevel comes off, Bulatovic comes on. That's the change you'll see. And really, Ambros Martini tends to play with almost the same team for 60 minutes. The only change comes in the right wing position. And Loka in there between Bizdra and Lazovic, and she looks dwarfed by the two of them, and they're pushing and shoving her, pulling her around. Good bits to Amorim when she's in. Loka! Well, that was absolutely brilliant. Plucked it out of the air left-handed, back into the right hand, and the power on the shot. Look at that. Nice ball. Blocks off Bizdra, and then the power to put it in. Let's see it again. Nice take, left hand, turns it into a right. No chance, Voltering. And Gyori have settled, and there's 3 minutes on the clock. Dalbu, oh, where was the defence? But Lund knew exactly where she was going, and it's a yellow card for Amorim in there. Up goes Dalbu. Now, where was the defence? Tervel was dragged across, and maybe Dalbu needed to go in a bit closer. There's the foul on Svijic, and Tervel stepped in, then stepped out, and really, I think Dalbu needed to do better there, so Amorim takes a yellow card in the game. Kovacic goes far side, on the line for Gyori. Ball to Amorim, parallel pass to Bulatovic, but Svijic was out high on her. Shot goes in, but it's a poor shot, and I think the defence got a little touch on it because referees are showing it's a corner. Yeah, Svijic just gets a little elbow to it. Good defending from Svijic. Gudovic, Loka on the wraparound, waits for Bulatovic. Bulatovic goes up, the shot is low, and it's the second time that Woltering has gone down to that side and got a touch to the ball. But in fairness, the shot was a bit slow. Didn't seem to be too much intent there from Bulatovic. Gudovic now again, sidesteps, ball to Bulatovic, out to the wing to Bognar Bodi, but she's going to have to come back around. Mehmetovic does her job. Gudovic again, tries to turn past Lazovic, and it's Lazovic that she's pinpointed. And they did it yesterday against Jorgensen, the right back girl. They figured that was a weak point, and Lazovic's footwork, well, she takes her down. Gudovic holds her face. Always looks like the world is a big weight on her shoulders, Gudovic, when she's playing. Gap left between 1 and 2 is quite big, but they keep 3 men behind the wall of the free throw, and Amorim is waiting with intent. Ball, and the whistle went, and it's a yellow card for Lazovic in there for moving too quickly. The referees had obviously said you must be 3 meters from the ball, and she moved too quickly, and now the free is taken. And well, they've time to set it up again. Bognar Bodi this time comes in second line on this near side. Ball to Gudovic. Gudovic tries to turn past Svijic, held up, and it's little versus large there really. They didn't have to do too much work to stop Gudovic. Gudovic to Amorim. Amorim back to Gudovic. That's great defending from Budućnost. Lovely ball around the corner. Oh, did she miss it? She missed it completely. Gets herself back. Well, from my angle, it's difficult to see whether Woltering got down, but what a ball around the corner. I'd love to see that again from Svijic, or from Gudovic. But Heidi Loka, who scored a great goal earlier, well, she had all the space in the world, turned and just didn't do it. Dalbu now. Niagu, they need a goal, they need it soon. Bizdra plays it back to Niagu. Oh, she sold him a dummy. And I think that's the second time that Tervel has covered into the centre block when she doesn't need to, and she left a gap. Dalbu could have gone through it the last time. Watch it again. Svijic runs through on the 6 metre line. Tervel goes with her. Absolutely no communication, but that's the second time that Tervel has done it. Now Gudovic to Amorim. Amorim out to the wing to Bognar Bodi. She has no time to get through. It's Amorim this time. Attacker foul, and you could just see that coming a mile away, that she was going to do that at Budućnost. Well, actually, there was no goal there, because I'm seeing 2-0 on the scoreboard in the arena, and I'm seeing 2-0 on the scoreboard on the screen. So perhaps that goal didn't count. It was an attacker foul against Svijic, or maybe they called Svijic for running across inside. No goal anyway, so it's 2-0 after 6 minutes. I thought the referee signalled the goal. Mea culpa, it's 2-0 still. And after 6 minutes, well, it's like a repeat of the second semi-final yesterday. Nobody wants to score a goal. Now at long last, Dalbu unleashes the left hand, hits the sweet spot across the goalkeeper, left-handed. Gudovic never moved, but neither did Lund. Look at this, nice block. Svijic just inched Amorim off the ball there, left the gap for Dalbu, and it's 2-1, 6:40 gone in the game. Ball to Loka, but there's so much tacky on the ball. Football, she didn't have it, says the referee. There's so much tacky in the ball didn't leave Bulatevic's hand. Now they break to her side, but Loka gets back. Well, I told you, she's like a Duracell bunny. She's so much energy up and down that court for 60 minutes. I don't know how she does it. I'm lucky if I can run up the stairs these days. She's 31 years of age, but look at this. Gets back. Bizdra, blind pass outside her, and Loka makes it down. Amorim now wide on the left, little ball behind to Loka, and I think Petrovic could be in a bit of trouble here. She's only going for the card, the referee, and it's a caution for Petrovic, but it was a nice little move, and you saw Amorim was deep in the, almost at 9 meters coming out. Great goal there from Dalbu, it must be said. 7:50 gone in the game. Gudovic to Bulatovic. stays over in the right back position. An arm around the neck from Bizdra there on Amorim, but nothing, says the referee. 9-metre throw. And it is a tough defence from Budućnost, as we expected. And the referees are going to have to be tough. Loka goes down, in goes Kovacic! Well, she had nowhere to go. Loka's down, looks like it's just a little bang in the solar plexus. I say just a little bang, down she goes. Look at that ball from Gudovic to Kovacic. And she played the waiting game, Kovacic, have a look again. Oh, brilliant. Woltering stayed big and strong, angle was good, but then probably needed to move. And Kovacic only's had one shot, only one ball got to her, and she scored it. And down on the ground at the far end is Lazovic. And let's hope she's okay. She's a strong defender. 22 years of age she is. She scored 3 goals in the Champions League this season, but she's deployed as a down. And she just caught her leg underneath Loka as she fell, and that can be quite... Let's have a look again. Oh, that's not nice. That is not nice. And that's a lateral ligament, whether it's gone or not, but it's not a nice one. And, well, we don't like to see players getting injured in a handball game. And what's ironic was it was the push by Svijic on Loka that put her in there. And let's hope she's okay. We wish her the best. She's getting a little bit of treatment down there. And Knežević makes her way onto the court. And the boos ring out. If they were loud, they're even louder now. Niagu, the shot. Well, it was one step, and Tervel caught out again. 35 years of age. And you see it here, look. Doesn't know whether to stick or twist in the end, and Dalbu or Niagu puts it in, and it's only 3-2. 5 goals scored. Well, low scoring game. Bulatovic, oh, hit on the way through! Hit on the way through by Svijic, I'm sure. 2-minute suspensions for Svijic, and she has the look of an innocent lady on her face, but I saw it. Bulatovic went down as if she was poleaxed. And it's a 2-minute suspension for Dragana Svijic. They're going to miss her on the line, and they're going to miss her in the centre of the defence. Have a little look again, and there you see it. A complete 2 minutes, and oh, it could have been worse. It could have been, because she hit her with her elbow. Look at this. No, she got her with her hand. So, good decision by the referees. 2 minutes, clear, but at that speed, it could have been worse for them. Ball starts again. Power play now for Gyori. Svijic gone, one of their top defenders and definitely one of their top line players. Lovely Amorim, that's wonderful, because she waited, broke through between 1 and 2, and she's deeper in the corner. Watch her again. She's coming from deep on the sideline. She's holding her line. She waits for Bizdra between 1 and 2, so she has the option to play it out, but she's coming at such speed at the angle she's coming, there's almost no chance for the defenders to stop her, and that's what she needs to do. Absolutely wonderful. And I think that maybe Ambrose Martin has seen that this is somewhere that he can play it very, very deep. Now, on comes Knežević, little switch with Petrovic, left-handed across, but it's gone, and they're well, they just haven't settled into this game. Jezic is the only line player available for them because Lazovic has injured her knee. So, still a power play, and Budućnost blow the chance to waste some time with a really poor pass from Petrovic across. Gudovic waits, goes again. Lovely ball, no, poor ball. Well, Amorim picked it up off her shoelaces, and then Bulatovic, and they got away with 2 there. Good bits, Amorim out to the wing to Bognar Bodi, and that was calm, patient handball, build up. Wait until the defence makes a mistake. That cross-court pass from Amorim to Bognar Bodi. You've got to say Mehmetovic did really well to narrow the angle, but no chance of altering. 5 different scorers for Gyori now, and they lead by 3. 21 seconds left in the power play, and Knežević, Mehmetovic in the half-back, but expecting a change. Petrovic now, here they start moving. Yeah, she can't go through. Tervel does her job, and 5 seconds until Bizdra comes back on. It's Dalbu actually makes it on Knežević, saved by Lund. Well, you got the feeling she's inside Jezic, is it Jezic? Difficult to see. Ambrose Martin is saying it's Ambrose Martin is saying they're just wasting time while when we could have done a fast break here. Is it Niagu goes down? No, it's Bistra. Jumps in. She's inside, and then, well, she hits her head off the knee of the goalkeeper. You've got to be careful with a head injury. And you've got 3 attendants on there. You see, oh, that is really, really sore. And in the end, well, no luck for Budućnost at the moment. Lazovic with what looked like a pretty serious knee injury, and they need to get her in the recovery position over there. That's not what we're seeing live on court. She is moving. That was, but that's a sore one, and Dalbu, well, 3 goals yesterday, 39 goals, and now Lunda's hit her knee. Well, I mean, it was a fair crack. Is it Dalbu? Am I absolutely correct? No, it is Dalbu. No, it's Knežević. It's Knežević, sorry, apologies. It is Knežević. And, well, it was completely accidental. Apologies, I couldn't see from where I was. And Lund is bouncing around. She's okay. So good to see Knežević back on. She goes into the right back defence. 29% versus 60%. Well, there you go. So Knežević is all right. Power play is over. And the Gyori fans start to react. 3-goal lead, and Butsko Horniak is on. Goes in second line. Gurbic plays it across. Almost stolen, but ball goes through to the wing to Bognar Bodi. And Mehmetovic did everything right, just missed the bus coming out. Second goal for Bognar Bodi. But look at the oh, we're going to miss it. But then they did everything right. Niagu can't get back, and she goes a different side this time, goes near post. And you see there, Mehmetovic almost stole the ball. It was centimetres away from getting it and going down the fast break. But that's the chance you got to take. And Bulatovic, well, she got lucky, but the pass in the end wasn't lucky. Much better from Tervel against Niagu. Knežević shoved out of it by Loke. Big fight in there with Sved. Saved by Lund, and nothing going right for Budućnost at the moment. And their fans are wondering what the story is. Amor in with the ball. Well, she almost travelled again, carried, and just about everything else looked very uncomfortable running there. And in fact, she comes off and takes a little break. On goes Butsko Horniak, number 31. And she plays centre, but she'll change with Gurbic. There's the little switch. Goes in second line. Gurbic. Loki on the far side. Bulatovic to Gurbic. Gurbic. Oh, lovely. Did it again. And bit of a push. You saw what she did. She's faking. And they're going between 1 and 2, and then it was unlucky the ball didn't get out to Kovacic, but it was very clever play again by Gurbic. She's a really clever player. Now Butsko Horniak back where she belongs in the right back position, but they don't need her because up goes Bulatovic, and this is a bloodbath at the moment, and that green card is going to be laid very quickly. In fact, just as we watch the action replay, Clara vaulting all over the place, but her defence doesn't give her a chance. Look at this, Sved goes out, then comes back in, and then Loke, well, she's so clever. Let's hear what Dragonacic has to say.
Ako budeš u dobrom stavu, izmišljajte.
Nema ljudi, nema gore od ovoga, samo može bolje.
Fokus, molim vas, fokus.
Odbrana.
Vjerujte, teren je jedini.
Disciplina u odbrani.
Nisu oni napravili 7-2, mi smo sve na nama. Samo mirno, vratimo se na principe sve, u napad, plus.
6-10, dobro, radi malo za nju. 6-10 plus.
Ajmo. Second by second, girls.
Okay.
Look,
Well,
we can give Gorba, you, to David, a little bit of minimum cover the hand, and also you, if she goes to the weak, just
well, the recorded time out of Ambrose Martin is on, and he's always little simple things he explains to his team. I have to say, watching the action replay there, Amorim, what a great bit of defending work she was doing on Svijic, making sure she was always between the ball and the player. Niagu into the line, stolen, but she's held up Svijic with the ball. The referees allowed the advantage to be played. Knežević, right hand side, she goes left-handed, and it's a poor ball. Dalbu and she were on a different wavelength. Mehmetovic tries to go alone. Dalbu, well, the hand is over, pass and play. Where was Knežević going? She was already moving back. Dalbu was looking for her, and now it's a 9-meter ball, which Svijic will take. The hand is over, pass and play. That was the most bizarre thing I ever saw. Knežević already moving back, thinking the ball, my God! And that just shows you how passive play really doesn't help a defence. They switch off. Niagu up, one shot, one score, when they really were going nowhere. Terrible defending by Loke. Doesn't step out, gives her the wrong side. I mean, you've got to be between the ball and the goal there. 7-3, and they're clinging to this game by their fingertips. Buladovic to Gurbic. It's a dangerous ball, that pass that she makes. Underarm, oh, that's beautiful. That's a bit of skill to lighten up what is a pretty dour game, because you're so good. But look at that. She uses Knežević to block the goalkeeper's line under the arm. I mean, she's not even a crosser. Second goal in the game, and it's all wrist action. And it's a 5-goal lead again. Reverse pass, Knežević, but there's a little bit of pushing and shoving in there in the line. And really, timeout call for the floor wipers to come on. Svijic is a great line player. She's big, she's strong, but she spends far too much time on the line. I mean, or on the floor. Look at this. I mean, throwing herself around. But these French referees are taking absolutely no nonsense here today. Dragonadzic once more, but in my opinion, great decision by the referees. She was doing that all day yesterday. One little, if she feels a little tug, she goes down. Let's see what happens here. Knežević, Niagu, Dalbu in the back division with Svijic on the line. Niagu with the shot, oh, far too easy, near post. Lund's got to be stopping them. Wasn't even a good shot, but they need everything they can get at the moment. 3 from 5. She's one of the few players performing today, and it's against Loki again. That's a poor goal for the goalkeeper to let in. I mean, she's standing on the near post. There's no way she should be letting that one in, but Niagu doesn't care, and after 15 minutes, almost 16, the score is 8-4. Over the top, lost, foul, says the referee. 9-meter throw. And, well, Budućnost are clutching at straws at the moment. I mean, look, they've got 2 hands on her, then they've got one, then they pull her, the ball goes over the top. Knežević has got a hold of her jersey, of course it's a foul. Bognar Bodi, second overlap on the left side. Gurbic, a third switch. Now Buladovic, but nobody's moving. Bocko Hornia back to her. Ball goes out to Gurbic. Gurbic all the way across to Kovacic. The hand should be up for pass of play, but it's not. Shot comes in. Voltri makes the save. Soccer style, dives to her right, saves it. And I have to say, it just looked pretty, but it wasn't going anywhere. Knežević, well, turns once, turns twice. Bizdra! It's going to be a penalty, and it's going to be a yellow card for Kovacic. And the referee just didn't wait for the advantage there. And look at the defending. She was down. Great decision. She was down, Bizdra, when she scored the goal. Pushed by Kovacic, and Her comes on in place of Lund for the penalty. Let's see how she does. Orsolya Her, Hungarian national team goalkeeper, but only second choice in Gyori. Petrovic. Well, she scores a penalty today, and of course, who could forget that lob she scored yesterday when the chips were down. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And the score now, it's a 3-goal game, from 5-3, 2-goal turnaround from Budućnost. And just as I say, hanging in there by their fingertips. Good bit, saw the sidestep again, ball around the back to Amorim, over to Buladovic. Nice movement again, up goes Buladovic. Shot is missed, she's down on the ground, fast break on that side. Niagu, it's too slow, she lets Buladovic get back in. Buladovic is not the best defender in the world, and there you see why. And in the meantime, it's a yellow card against Loke. Looks for something that was going on, but she managed to stop any kind of play that was going on. So Buladovic joins Amorim in the centre block. Tedvel still there on the bench because she hadn't got time to get back on. So Mehmetovic, Niagu, Knežević, Dalbu, and Petrovic with Svijic on the line. It's probably the strongest lineup that Budućnost can put out. Ball goes all the way out to Mehmetovic, comes back. Knežević now in the half-back, goes one-on-one with Loka. Up goes Niagu twice, stolen, well stolen, robbed by Gurbic. Gurbic to Loka, Loka all alone! Scores the goal! Well, the fans behind me are on their feet. And that was brilliant. Great bit of defending, the ball into Svijic, didn't reach her. I hope we see it from the start. Here we go. Niagu, little switch, hit by Amorim, plucked out of the air by, and then a little underhand flick pass to give them a 4-goal lead again. And it's 9-5 and a second goal for Loki in the game. Dalbu up, bounces, goes. Back to Knežević, who drops it, then goes again, she's all alone, but Steparouni's. And it's got to come back out to the 9-metre line again, and Tervel is on with Amorim in the centre block. If you've just joined us, it's the gold medal match in the MVM EHF Final Four in Budapest. Women's Champions League, up goes Niagu, blocked in there, stolen again by Loka. Loka to Tervel, she just wants to get rid of it, and almost dropped by Amorim. Gurbic, Kovacic, Gurbic again, sidestep. Amorim goes around again, goes through, held up. Nothing but a freeze, says the referee. And the two teams in question, Budućnost of Montenegro playing in the blue and white from left to right, and Gyori from Hungary playing all in green. 10,000 spectators, the majority of them are Gyori fans. And well, what a block by Tervel. Look at this. 2 hands to the block. I think Amorim was in there. There were 3 hands on that block. And then Loka picked it up and played it quickly. Tervel got rid of it, but they just couldn't make it to the end to score. And with almost 20 minutes gone in the game, the score is 9-5. And looks like Kovacic is taking a little break. Hope Ambrose isn't changing things too quickly. Amorim! Well, that's a great goal! Hit in the air, 2-minute suspension for Knežević, absolutely 100% correct. Hit, watch this. Out she comes, past Knežević. Knežević tries to hold her. Then across comes Bizdra. I mean, the girl got hit twice on the way through there. Once, bounces parallel to the ground and somehow manages to put it on. It's 2 minutes for Knežević. Power play for Gyori and a 5-goal lead. Petrovic, Dalbu, Niagu, Mehmetovic, Svijic on the line. Mehmetovic turns. I think she took more than 1 step. Sorry, more than 3 steps. Absolutely, says the referee. Well, they're going to have to find a way to get past this. Maybe one-on-one, because at the moment their team play is just not working. And Gyori looked like the strongest team out there today. Nice play, pass Gurbic. Great bit of defending in there by Amorim and Tervel, because Gurbic was caught all ends up, but because they're a player down in this power play, they were able to bring someone across to help her, and that somebody was Amorim. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Svijic versus Amorim. Amorim pushes her out, ball to Dalbu, handles up a pass and play. Dalbu tries to go again, does shoot, saved by Lund, off the post, and is that a goal? I think it was a goal. I think it was a goal. Well, they've signalled a goal. It is a goal. Over the line, says the referee. I thought it hit the post and came out. Well, absolutely unbelievable. I mean, Lund got 2 hands. Oh, Amorim through again, and it's a wonderful goal. Wonderful goal, and Budućnost, for all the hard work, just can't seem to bridge the gap. I have to say, look at the angle she's coming in from. She's very deep on the left touchline. 3rd goal in the game, and she's coming straight for that near post, which means that 1 and 2 are having a problem deciding what to do. If number 2 steps in and blocks that line, she can sidestep her and come inside for the shot. If she goes between 1 and 2, she's a chance to play it to the wing. She's doing so well. Great save by Lund. Well, that makes up for that absolute howler earlier. 11-6, 5 goals it is again. Look at this. Niagu, good shot, great save, lands on the ball. And 22 minutes gone, 5-goal game. And Korsos is on now in the left wing, and Orban is on in the right wing, and the change is being made, but he doesn't make the change in that diamond in the middle. It's still Gurbic, Amorim, Buladovic. Oh, nice Nice miss pass, lovely to Korsos, wasn't moving. Ball across to Orban. Well, I'll tell you, Gurbitz, she may never smile, but she is orchestrating this game today with a deft touch. Look at that pass. Mehmetovic caught in no man's land. Voltering, no chance, 12-6. And this game is going away from Budućnost at a rate of knots. 1 from 1. He's able to change his 2 wingers and still stay ahead. Zdenic replaces Voltering in goal. Voltering takes a little break. Zdenic came on and saved the penalty yesterday, but not normally a player who plays in goal. Vukcevic normally gets ahead of her. Well, that's a terrible pass. The occasion is getting to Budućnost, or perhaps the fact that they had that really tough game yesterday is already starting to tell. Clara Voltering, well, have you ever seen her? It's not her fault. I mean, the fact is that Gyori getting in at 6 meters and shooting the ball. And what's the goalkeeper supposed to do? But Dragan obviously feels that she needs a little break from the riggers out there. And Gurbitz, well, she is just pulling all the strings today. Oh, poor ball again. Heidi Loke is a great blocker, but she's not great at receiving the ball in there. At times she turns away from it when she shouldn't. Bizdra right back to Knežević. Knežević sidesteps again. Ball. And she's on the ground again from a great bit of defending by Loke. I have to say, Loke is not the ideal line player. She's not so big, but her defence is great. Look at this. I mean, that's brilliant. 2 arms, body, block. Fantastic. 12-6, the largest margin in the game so far with only 6 minutes. Dragan will want the dressing room very quickly. Dalbu shot near post, brilliant. And you see what it means to her, Camilla Dalbu. Look at this, little ball, Mehmetovic, and Gurbitz took her eye off Dalbu to see where Mehmetovic was going. And in the end, Amorim can't come across and cover. So Gurbitz is a good player, but defensively, not really at the races. And it's a 5-goal game. 3 from 5 is Camilla Dalbu. And, well, Niagu and she are doing their best today. Gurbitz sidesteps again to Amorim. Amorim to Buladovic, goes through. Of course, Buladovic, oh, they've called attacker foul. Buladovic will be on her way to Budućnost. At the end of the season. Won the Champions League twice in Budućnost in 2012 and Slagelse back in 07, which was playing in Denmark. Came to Gyori this season, and next season is back to Budućnost again, her sort of spiritual home. Kovacic is back on the court in place of Gurbitz in defence, and that was a big, I think that's a big switch for Ambros Martin. He's seen it. Bizdra, great save by Lund, because I think that hit a defender on the way through. And I think that Ambros Martin is really on the case today. Look at it, he's taken, that's a great block and then a great save. He's taken Gurbitz off in the defence and put on Kovacic, and I think that's an absolutely wonderful move because Gurbitz was falling asleep in there. So, and it means she can concentrate on just doing her thing, which is attacking. And I think Korsos stays on the left wing and it's Orban on the right wing. Switches with Buladovic, Gurbitz with the ball. Waits, switch with Amorim, but she's going sideways. So is Buladovic. Buladovic to Gurbitz. Gurbitz behind. Little reverse pass, but it didn't work out. And really, I think she could have played it over to the winger because Petrovic had moved in. But Petrovic is staying deep now. Ball is across to Amorim. Amorim over the top though. She's done well. That was not the best shot she's ever taken. She tried to jump over 2 defenders, having just beaten Svijic, which means somebody was free somewhere else in the court. So there we go, 40%, 42% saving for Gyori and 20% for Budućnost. Niagu now at the ball. Look at the fight in there between Svijic and Loke. And Svijic, well, look at this, Loke can't get back. First goal in the game, Loke can't get around her. That's what's brilliant about what Svijic does. Loke does her best to push her out, can't do it, and it's only a 4-goal game. So another 2-goal turnaround for Budućnost. They were 6 down, remember, 12-6, and now it's 12-8. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Loke, Buladovic tries to go past Svijic. Well, beautiful! Beautiful! Oh, did you see what Gurbitz did there? That was deft, soft hands, made the goal. Watch it again. Touch, pass, I'll tell you what. When the girl is good, she's good. In fact, she may even be a genius. For me, she and Nikki Groth, two of the best players here this weekend. I go for Groth just ahead. Dalbu, well, I don't know how she got away with that, because it looked to me like she was doing the soft shoe shuffle. She took about 6 steps. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the bounce. Well, I really don't know how she got away with that travel there. The goal counts. It's 9-13, but 4 goals for Dalbu on this side, and she takes a little break. As I said, she's near side to the defender, and on comes Bizdra in her place. And must mean that Lazovic is not 100% to continue, because she would normally be the one who comes on. Bulatovic, well, they're going to be teammates next year, and Knezovic just didn't care. And why would she? Gold medal match, 4 goals down, it's nothing. Nothing. Korsos, Orban, Bulatovic. Well, the difference there was Bulatovic was moving towards the goal when she received the ball. Whereas before, look at this, she's already moving towards the goal when she receives the ball, whereas before she's always moving sideways. She's left-handed. Knezovic has got to cover the near post. I think it's the goalkeeper's fault there, because she goes far post, and the referees want something done. They're claiming there's a bit of blood on her knee. And well, you got to hand it to Svijic. Wipes it off on her sweatband and says, I'm ready to go. I'll tell you, I'd have her on my team every day of the week, Svijic. I think she's brilliant. She is brilliant. In fact, if she ever wants to join the team in Ireland, I can't pay her, but she can play for us. She's fantastic. Miagu, up shot, scores. How good is that? Romanian girl, wonderful 4th goal in the game, and she and Dalbu are keeping them in the game. Between them, I think they may have scored 8 out of the 10 goals that Budućnost have scored. Incredible. Yesterday she got 6 and Dalbu got 3, but today between them they've got 8 already in the first half. Still a 4-goal game, 14-10. Amorim, Bulatovic, which is going sideways. Gudovic tries to go around. Bizdra can't do it. The ball is going to go back out to the 9-metre line. Korsos plays it to her, and Loki goes back in. Timeout call by Ambros Martin, and he's going to give us, well, a little bit of, as they call it, Spanglish. If he mentions 2x2, I would be delighted.
Yes, but we will speak this in defense. Now, in the dressing room, now is the attack. Torba, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We have to check Gyori. Check Gyori in the shooting. If you want to play with Katie, you have to open and give an answer behind. Give an answer behind always. If not clear, pass. You can play this 2 and 3, 2 and 3. You go. Corso, stay.
Use
Come
the
on.
time, use the time, guys. Get that up.
Attention the wing.
Vjeruju u sebe, u odbrani sve kad odradite s dobrom kretnjom, nikakvu nemaju šansu, nikakvu ideju. U napad nastavljajte te kretnje, ne ispišajte toplu vodu.
Well, the timeouts are over. We're just watching the recorded timeout from Budućnost, and the girls are back on the court. And Loki has the ball in her hand, and it is Kovacic back in the left wing position. They call one Gudovic, but basically they've been told to play that ball around and waste this 30 seconds, and in she goes, second line on the other side. Amorim to Gudovic, play it, goes to Loki, test Zeric, they said, and we are saying inside defending, which means it's a penalty, and I think they carried out his orders absolutely perfectly. I think that's exactly what he said to them, and then he said, test Zeric in goal, and down she goes. Good save. Penalty, Gudovic, Zeric. Goal and a 5-goal lead. 10. Budućnost 15, and a shot for nothing. But I'll tell you, Lunda, I think, had to save it. Well, it's the MVM EHF Final Four. It's in Budapest. There's the goal again. No chance. Gudovic has scored now in the game. 3 goals, but she has been instrumental in so much of the good work that Gyori have done. And in front of 10,000, which can be a burden at times. Gyori have settled so well. And one of the goals of the championship, in terms of assists, is that ball that touched her hand out toward man, goal scored. And Ambrose Martin has got his tactics absolutely spot on today. The team looks more composed. They look like they're really firing on all cylinders. Of course, so much can change. They didn't want halftime. It was Budućnost for sure wanted halftime, but definitely not Gyori. And there you see it, 50% scoring, which is not too bad from Budućnost, but 68% from Gyori. And there it is, 17% save ratios. It just shows you on the day how important the goalkeeper is. At 38%, Lund is doing the job, and at 17%, Zderic and Voltering just weren't doing enough. So, 2-2-minute suspensions for Budućnost, nothing for Gyori. Their defence has been sensational. Amorim and Tervel in the middle have been brilliant. Lazovic, of course, got injured and hasn't been able to play. Grinadalgu 4 and 4, Niagu. So they've scored 8 of the 10 for Budućnost. And then look at all the Gyori players. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 3s and 2s and 1s. That is absolutely unbelievable. Gurbitz and Amorim, and Gurbitz really is pulling all the strings. It's a fantastic game if you're a Gyori fan, not so easy if you're a Budućnost fan, but and there you see it. Look at Budućnost, didn't settle at all, and in the first 14 minutes of the game they only got 3 goals, and that's why they're where they are. So Gyori have to keep it going. Budućnost have to find something special at half-time in the dressing room. We will be back for the second half, live from the Pap Laszlo Arena in Budapest on EHF TV. For myself, Tom O'Brien. For now, it's goodbye. Back in a few moments' time. So we're live from the Paplazo Arena for this, the second half of the gold medal match between Gyori and Budućnost, and well, it doesn't need much explaining. Gyori 15 goals and Budućnost 10, so 5 goals to the good. The Hungarian team at 68% scoring versus 50%, but really it's the goalkeeper. Lund has done great. But I have to say, Tervel and Amorim in the centre block have done fantastically well for her, and she has made some great saves, but at the end, on the other end, the Gyori team was shooting from 6 metres. Wonderful passes out, particularly to the right wing, but Amorim, you see there, 3 goals. Bulatovic has only got 2, but both of them from almost from 6 metres. They're breaking through these huge gaps. Now, a big loss for Budućnost in the first half was the loss of Lazovic, who's one of their specialist defenders, number 92. Collided with one of her, well actually Heidi Loka collided with her knee and she seemed to go down very awkwardly and hasn't returned. You see Gyori 5 minutes without scoring a goal at the start of the first half, and then the last 4 minutes, and you see just before the last 4 minutes there's a gap of 4 minutes where they didn't score. But for Budućnost, you see the start of the game before, in the first 9 minutes, 2 goals, and you just cannot win a gold medal match, or at least hope to win a gold medal match, scoring 2 goals in 9 minutes. And it was a similar scenario yesterday when they played the semi-final against Vardar. Very, very low scoring game, and I think that Budućnost are not a goal-scoring machine. Their defence is what it's all about, and the fact they've actually let 15 goals in the second half, they really need to step that up now, because if they don't, this could be one of the easiest wins in the history of the Champions League final. It's the MVM EHF Final 4. Budućnost are just appearing onto the court now, so they've been a long time in the dressing room. Gyori were out early. Budućnost will play from right to left as we watch. In the second half, they're in the blue and white stripe with white shorts, blue trim, and Gyori are in all green. So, that looks like Lazovic there, and looks like she's had that knee bound up. And I wonder, will we see her again in the second half? It may be that they take a chance on her, but she looks in severe pain down there. Yeah, her leg is up, and there's just no way she's playing this game. Absolutely no way. We're watching Gyori on camera, but I'm looking at Lazovic down to my right. She's right in front of me, and she's putting heavy strapping on her own knee. And the other girls came down to her to sort of say, any chance? And she basically said, absolutely no way. So her knee, I hope it's not too serious. She's got a big ice pack on her as well. There's no way Lazovic is coming back on in the second half. She is finished in the game. How unlucky is she? So Budućnost scored 11 in the first half yesterday, 10 today, but the difference is they were playing Vardar yesterday, today they're playing Gyori. Gyori's playing at home in front of, well, they're not really at home, but they might as well be, because the crowd is 10,000 strong and there is green everywhere. So what can Budućnost, what can Dragan Adzic pull out of the hat, as they say, to maybe get back into this game? Voltering goes back in goal at the start of the game. Budućnost has the ball, they're in attack, so defensively, from the right wing, it's Orban, then Loka, Tervel, Amorim, Kovacic and Gurbic. They've put her back in the left back position again, as you're watching the screen, with the 2 goalkeepers, and Clara Bolton 20%. I think that's being kind to her. The first half she had. Gurbic is back in the left back defending, which was it was a poor area earlier, and Kovacic is in the left wing. Now in the attack, Nemedovic keeps her place in the left wing. Haven't seen much from her today. She was brilliant yesterday. Knežević in the centre, then Dalbu outside her on the right back, still Petrovic over on the right wing, Niagu in the left back, and Svijic, and they just haven't changed anything. He's sticking with the same team and hoping that something will happen. Dalbu, Knežević, the defence moves across, 3 against 1 in the middle there in the centre block. Dalby with the ball, it's all running around, going nowhere. It's called lateral, sideways, ball goes sideways again. Now Petrovic, hand is up for pass and play, somehow breaking through, stolen by Tervel, and the whole time, I mean, Adzic has been 10 minutes in the dressing room and nothing happened there at all. Even Gurbic, who made a mistake of stepping out, won the ball back again, and the whole attack was lateral, lateral, lateral. Nobody breaking through, going towards the goal, no one taking responsibility. Look at Amorim, where she's starting from. Deep on that, oh, Bulatovic, that's hit someone in the back of the head. That's going to hurt. I think it hit her own player. Hit Kovacic, who'd come over second line. And on come the Gyori team. Well, we saw Knezovic getting hit. There you go. Oh, right in the side of the head. That's going to hurt. And the speed that Bulatovic throws that ball. We saw Knezovic banging into the knee of Lund. Lund was all right, and Knezovic eventually got up. We saw Lazovic going down under an accidental tackle. Have a look again. Oh, I mean, that's just going to hurt. And we may not see Kovacic for a few minutes, because if you've ever got a blow to the side of the head, it can put you down very, very quickly. And especially when somebody like Bulatovic is shooting the ball, who's got an arm and like a cannon. So, start of the second half, 1 minute in, and we're talking about another injury. Another accidental injury, I might say. Well, Kovacic is on her feet, and she's getting the ice pack to the back of the head, and I think there's tears in her eyes, or maybe she's seeing stars. She looks a little bit wobbly on the legs, I'll tell you. Doesn't look good as she walks off. She's just, well, look at that. I think they're asking her what day of the week it is, and she's just not clear. Look. She really, that ball really hit her in the side of the head at serious, serious pace. And Korsos takes her place on the left wing. And they start again. Korsos a good player. It's not Kovacic, but not bad. Oh, look at that little reverse pass. Bulatovic being held in there with Svijic by Loka. Referees didn't see it. Watch it again. Loka is very clever. Have a look. She's got a hold of her jersey, just stops her enough. Georgievska is in the defence, can't come out, or doesn't come out. And Bulatovic doing what Budućnost is not doing, just breaking through. They don't want to be laughing too soon. 3 for 6, 50%. Bulatovic, Knezovic starts it again in the middle. Watch Loki on the line. She's got all the little tricks of the trade. Brilliant ball, Niagu. And Loki again had to deal with 2 players. And Tervel didn't make it out. And it's 5 goals for Niagu now in the game. Bulatovic up. And now the referee's having a chat about holding of jerseys, and she says it's Niagu. Excuse me. 16-11, and that's still Kovacic. I hope she's okay. I mean, that was a serious blow to the head, and that's what the referee's talking about. No, that was the goal. Absolutely wonderful. And you saw the switch blocked off Loki. She couldn't come out. Bulatovic, Gurbic to Amorim. Just about, she took her eye off the ball, Gurbic. And it slows down again, but she's ready, underarm, but it's wide, and she has a tendency to do that. She is brilliant, but she has a tendency to maybe make rash decisions at times in terms of what she's going to do shooting. But I think today she's entitled to do it. Niagu, lovely ball, Loki blocked off again against Svijic, and that they scored one exactly like that in the first half, and really that's the area they have to. Second goal for Svijic. That's the area they have to pinpoint. Svijic is their best chance to get back into this game, because Loki can't stop her. And what was a 6-goal lead a few minutes ago is now only a 4-goal lead. Amorim all the way through, but blocked off by Georgievska, who looks big and strong in there in place of Lazovic. She's in the centre block with Svijic. Little switch, Bulatovic going sideways again. Amorim saved by Voltering, rebound out to Svijic. They break Niagu, but it's very slow, plodding. They're not getting forward at all. You can see they've almost got no fast break concept at all. Stolen, Knezovic, well, she's having a nightmare. And Adzic's face is a picture. Look at that, I mean, Korsos will never have an easier interception in her life. But the fast break from Budućnost there was just so slow. There was nobody sprinting down the court. How much did that game take out of them yesterday, you have to ask yourself. Goodbit's second line on this side is, oh, save Voltering, rebound is Loke gets it! Well, you know, she's all the tricks of the trade. Goodbits, great save, Voltering. Gets it, stays, and that was really well done. Stays out of the 6-meter line somehow. Left hand, fights with Niagu. Oh, she's inside, isn't she? She's got a foot inside, but the referee allowed her away with it. Little bit of luck there for Gyori to take a 5-goal lead again. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Saved by Lund. Shot by Dalbu. And off she comes. Georgievska comes on. And there it is again. Well, really good defending by Gurbic there, coming out to hit her, and the ball was right down the throat of London. She just knocked it over the bar to stay in control of the ball. Little picture of Bugner Bodie with her number 33 headband on her. Orban on the right wing. Korsos comes over this side. Bulatovic, Gurbic hits the foot on the way through. Play on, says the referee. Hits the foot of the Budućnost defender. Kovacic looks all right again. Little ball behind the back. Bulatovic saved by Voltering, but only over the sideline. And everything is coming up roses for Gyori at the moment, even when they take not a great shot. The goalkeeper knocks it wide and over the sideline instead of knocking it over the end line and taking control of the ball. Bulatovic, Gurbic. Little pass to Orban. Orban's got to keep on moving. Second line on that side. Oh, Amorim around the neck from Knežević. Gurbic, oh, nice pass, but it doesn't work out. Really clever. Now Niagu breaks, and she's got space. That's what they need to do. The last time the fast break was so slow, and the gap opened up on that side between Bulatovic and Amorim. Bulatovic does nothing to help Amorim at all, and it's Niagu's 6th goal in the game, and she ain't giving up, that's for sure. It's only a 4-goal game again. 6 minutes 3 seconds gone. I would imagine that Gyori will be happy, you know, to go goal for goal with it, you know, until 10 minutes are left and then open up. You know, that's a poor shot from Amorim. Well, they're rushing it now, aren't they? Svijic with the ball, plays it to Niagu. Niagu looks, doesn't see anyone. Mehmedovic is deep on the left wing, doesn't come out to help her. Georgievska comes off, Dalbu comes on. Good defending, Petrovic on the right wing. Svijic still in the line, but she's in the centre. And, well, they need her over that Loki side because that's where she's doing the most damage with Niagu and Knežević. Petrovic now at the ball. Second line on this side, goes back inside again. Big fight on the line. Down goes Amorim, down goes Svijic. And the French referee is having a word with both Svijic and Amorim. No one to blame, she says, but put it out. Well, that was super, because Dalbu had gone over to the right wing position and then came on the wraparound look. Ball from Knežević to her, it opened up and she puts it in, and it's a 3-goal game, 17-14, 5 from 8. Niagu at 6, that's 11 goals from the 14 the Budućnost have scored, and they, at the moment, they need to get Niagu and Dalbu on the ball. So, 5 goals to 3, they've done it before. Gurbic tries to go through, just rushing it a little bit. How many times have Gyori been 5 goals up and Budućnost have pulled them back to 3? If it goes to 2, we might have a game. Gurbic, she did it again, but the ball breaks. And it's all the luck is going the way of Gyori, because that was a poor shot again from Gurbic, but Korsos was there. Second rebound in a row. Look at this. Second rebound, the last rebound came out to Lokia. First goal for Korsos in the game, and that's why she's holding up the one finger. Four-goal game, 8 minutes gone. You can't really say it's exciting, but you can say that Gyori looks like a really strong handball team. Knežević, Niagu, save, rebound, missed over the sideline, and it's going to be Budućnost ball. Mehmedovic to Niagu. Niagu bounces it. And for a team that's 4 goals down, they're certainly playing it slow. I think they're trying to put Gyori to sleep here. Niagu all the way through, but good defending in the end. Then she tries to go past, looks like Korsos over there. It is Korsos, and Gurbic has to get back 3 meters from the ball. Absolutely correct. and the hand is up for passive play, and the ball is stolen. Amorim, and they can hold on to the ball. Tervel bounces it, plays it to Orban. Great defence again by Gyori, and they just seem to have an answer to everything Budućnost are doing, because Budućnost is not playing good concept handball. Again, I'll say, Svijic on the side of Loka, they have a chance, and you know, they're not trying to do that. Depending on shots from Dalbu and Iagu. Ball, beautiful passing, quick, but lateral again, nobody moving. Now Buladovic makes the move. The sidestep, Amorim comes back inside, looks for the pass to Orban. Well, Orban, oh, she's hit by Knežević, but I think fairly. In fact, if anything, Knežević came off worse. No, Orban is now holding her head. Knežević, great bit of defending, absolutely fantastic bit of defending. Really, really good, and Dragan is applauding them. Buladovic to Gurbic to Orban, the hand is up for passive play. Gurbic goes again for this underarm shot. Buladovic has to shoot it, saved by Voltering. And, well, why did Orban run away from that ball there? He was coming out to her. Maybe she felt they wouldn't come out quickly enough and got back, but let's have a look again. There's the shot from Buladovic. The ball, no, it didn't go over the end line because it rolled out and she took it from where she picked it up. But Orban had already broken back into the defence. Still a 4-goal game, 10.5 minutes gone. Mehmetovic, Dalbu, Knežević, haven't seen her in the game at all. Iagu, and it's wide, It was a good shot, but not on target. And Tervel is holding on to something as she comes off. And in the meantime, they've lost the ball down the other end. And, well, it's kind of descended into a little bit of nothing at the moment, this final match. Iagu to Svijic, Svijic loses it, rebound. They tried it on that side, but Gyori had it covered. And it's bad passes. It's bad passes. That's what's happening. Look at this. Svijic, absolutely. Loka did really well there because she pushed her before she had the ball. I mean, she moved her out. So Svijic could never quite get her bearing. She hadn't got her 2 feet planted on the ground. Because as we know, Svijic, if she has her 2 feet planted on the ground, it's either going to be a goal or a penalty. Gurbic, well, she's taken some crazy shots in the last couple of minutes. Amorim goes down. No, it's Loka is down, and Loka is on her knees, and they want the floor wiped. In the meantime, pardon me, off comes Dalbu, off comes Georgievska, on comes Bizra in place of Niagu, and Loka is after hurting her ankle. Well, what does Gyori do? Zidian can play on the line, and that's pretty much it. And I don't think she's had a sniff of handball. She's got 6 goals in the Champions League, so that says something about how often she plays. And Loka, well, she's not coming off, and you see there, up, down she goes, and it's just accidental collision again. Loka, 48 goals, and today she's got a grand total of 3. So she's got 51 goals in the Champions League versus Zidian, who's got 6. Coach doesn't want Loka coming off. Plus, she's also a brilliant defender. Gurbic, Buladovic, Amorim, Buladovic, Gurbic, Sorban. Oh! Well, they're tearing them apart with some glorious handball. Left to right, right to left. Mehmetovic, no chance. Orban, 3. And look at this for a shot. Waits for Voltering to go down, and then top corner. And it's not been a great day for Budućnost. They still have 18 minutes to turn it around. They want to start very, very quickly. Attacker foul against Knežević. Amorim. Gurbic on her own. Ball across Buladovic. Oh, that's poor. And Buladovic was through there, but it just shows you they don't always make the right decisions, even at this level. Yellow card for Knežević. No, yellow card for the assistant coach of the Budućnost team. Well, that's a new one. And the coach really wanted to tell him to sit down because he obviously lost the plot there. And took a yellow card for his team. And Niagu with the ball. Gap wasn't there. Dalbu nowhere to go. Back to Bizdra across, but it's at the shoelaces. Knežević is off. Niagu saved. Rebound Tervel. Tervel holds it up. Amorim, they're just taking as much time as they want out of the ball. Ball across to Amorim. Side steps back inside again to Bulatovic. Bulatovic up. Saved by Voltering. Poor shot. Knew exactly where she was going. I think they're going to bring Nikitina on in the centre because Knežević is having a poor game. Niagu to Bizdra. Great goal, Bizdra. And she's down on the ground now. And it's all changed down the Budućnost end because on comes Georgievska. Svijic, look at this again. Breaks between 1 and 2. Korsos did her best. And down is Bizdra. And I think she's okay. The Polish girl, oh, she landed right on that right knee, and I think that's what hurt her. Great goal, great goal. Wonderful goal. Yeah, waits for Lund to go down, and then a little broken wrist, rolled that ball out of her hand. And on comes Knežević in place of Bizdra, and she sits down, and no, Nikitina, after starting to warm up, is back on the bench again. Well, Kovacic must still be feeling the ill effects of that bang she got from Bulatovic's shot. Is she through? She's missed it. Well, it's one of Gorbic's favourite little movements, the drop of the shoulder. She turns the body, normally puts it past the goalkeeper, but not that time. And with 14 minutes gone in the second half, it's a 4-goal game. Nothing's won, nothing's lost. But the handball that's easiest on the eye at the moment is the Gyori team. Their defence is very strong too. But you can't discount Budućnost. Petrovic goes second line, this near side. Niagu with Svijic. Svijic gets it. Svijic scores it. And you see what she does so well. If she plants those 2 feet, gets goal side, gets ball side, then she will do you damage. 3 from 3, 100%. She's amazing. Looking for it all the time. Eventually Niagu gets it to her. She turns the defender Amorim. Tervel was already down. And it's a 3-goal game. And every time they've come within 3, Gyori have just opened up another lead again. Kovacic back on. Be interesting to see how she is. 2-minute suspension for Amorim there. So it's a power play for Budućnost. If they get it within 2, it'll be the first time in a long time they've been within 2 of this Gyori team, and that might give them some confidence. Gurbic to Kovacic. She looks okay after that bang. Bulatovic up, but you can't get past Georgievska or Knežević in there. And it comes back out to the 9-metre line. 1.5 minutes left in the power play. Kovacic to Gurbic, back to Kovacic. What are they going to do? A little play on that side. Knežević goes out. Oh! Little bit of afters there. Little bit of afters. We all know what happened before. It's 2 minutes for Knežević, and I don't think she deserves that. I think that was good defending. She came out as Gurbic was going in, and well, we were just waiting for that flashpoint to happen. No, good decision by the referee. Difficult angle for me to see over here. She's got her a bit high, pulls her down, and the flashpoint came in the end. And it's 5 on 5. Even Stevens out there on the court. Bulatovic. Game is going to be wide open now, and Gurbic makes no mistake. And she must love playing 5 against 5 because her footwork is so good. And once again, just as Budućnost pull within 4, pull within 3, they pull away to a 4-goal lead again. Look at that. Oh, she was down there. I mean, that's the second time it's happened. Gyori after getting another lucky break there. Gurbic's foot was on the floor when she shot it. 42 seconds left in the Gyori timeout, or the Gyori 2-minute suspension. 1:20 left for Budućnost. Well, 1-on-1. Orban held up Mehmetovic there. 16 minutes gone. And it looks like there's going to be a Hungarian victory here today because you can't see Budućnost coming back into it. Saved by Lund, but a really poor shot from Dalbu. When she's moving, she looks good, but standing still, she looks... look at this, it's not the most technically gifted shot you've ever seen. You can see what she was trying to do, wrap it around the player, but she was so far over that goalpost side that ball ended up going wide. So Gyori coming up to 6 players out on the court. And then it'll be a power play for them. Oh, ball behind the back. She's trying the circus shots already, and the game is not over. I mean, we do like to see them do it, but I wouldn't like to see my team doing it, only 4 goals up in a final. You got to still play the game. Guduric again to Amorim. Amorim back over to Bulatovic, into Orban, under the leg. 5-goal game, and Dragan Andžić, well, he's got the look of a man who knows it's not his day. 4 goals for Orban over this side, and she put one high past her last time. This time she waits for the legs to open, puts it through them. Great skill from the winger. I mean, there are 2 good wingers on this side. 2 good wingers on this side for Gyori. And she went all the way through! Well, it looked to me like she took a step, but they deserve a bit of luck today because they haven't had any. Have a look again. No, 3 steps, top corner, far side, Mehmetovic. Well, that was absolutely brilliant. It's the only goal in the game she's gotten, but she hasn't got a decent ball. 1 from 1, look, she hasn't taken a shot. And they're back within 4, 21-17. 17 minutes, 44 seconds gone in the game. Gyori controlling it around the neck again for Bizdra. It's going to be 2 minutes. Absolutely, 100%. You cannot grab someone around the neck. Now she's looking at us as if to say, what? But look at this, she's got her around the neck. She doesn't let her go twice. You can't do it. You can't do it. Her footwork was too slow for the sidestep from Amorim, and Bizdra's off for 2 minutes, and it's, well, it's going from bad to worse today for Budućnost. There's still only 4 goals in it. I mean, Gyori are not pulling away as much as they should. Up goes Amorim, in goes the ball, and now it's 5. And will we see some champagne handball to finish it off? There's only 12 minutes gone. You think to yourself, look at this, reverse pass again from Guduric to her. Look, she makes that little pirouette, goes back over, and I've been saying it all game. The depth she's coming in from the left back position, she's right out on that sideline, and she's driving between 1 and 2, and they don't know how to stop her, and she's coming at speed, and Amorim just looks so dangerous like that. Oh, it's going to be an attacker foul in Gyori. And she's done this from the start. Obviously, Ambrose Martin has seen some difficulty they have between 1 and 2. I mean, we're watching this again. Great bit of defending for Guduric, and absolutely the correct decision. Dalbu just drops the shoulder into them. But look at Amorim again. Now watch where she goes. She's almost on the sideline coming at the ball. Now she comes inside, but they're 1 man up. Lovely ball, great save, Voltering. Oh, they needed that, didn't they? They needed that. Kovacic, well, maybe the bang in the head is still at her, but that wasn't, I mean, great save by Voltering. But when you see what Orban's doing over the other side, the amount of space that Kovacic had, she should be scoring that goal. 5-goal game, 31 left in the power play for Gyori. Mehmetovic to Dalbu to Niagu. Niagu tries to go through. Ball to Dalbu, sidestep again. And there's up a pass of play. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They shoot, it's wide. Budućnost have run out of ideas. They're such a strong defensive unit that they don't have any ideas in terms of what to do when they need to attack and win a game. That's the difficulty here. Bulatovic, Guduric into Loki on the line! Did she score it? No, it hit the bar and came down. Oh well. Look at this. Goalie's out. Off the crossbar and down. But how good was Guduric there? Look at that. No one marking Loki at all. She's totally free. And they don't want to start the circus shots just yet. That's 2 they've missed on the bounce. It could be a 7-goal game and out of sight for Budućnost. Give them a sniff, you never know. Niagu, Svijic. And that axis is doing all the damage today as far as I can see. Niagu into Svijic on that side. Look at the block. Tervel, no chance. One-handed. Svijic takes it, scores. And it's a 4-goal game. Well, the crowd's letting Gyori know that they're still here to help them. Bulatovic, well, she sidesteps ball to Amorim. Amorim waits for Orban on the run. She gets it. Mehmetovic steps out. Kovacic goes through. Hit in the area. It's going to be a penalty. I have to say that was some of the best team handball played I've seen in the whole championship. That doesn't do it justice. Kovacic going through there because Gyori pulled them inside out, back to front, sideways. And look at this, through she goes, gets hit by Svijic. And down she goes, and it is Gurbitz. And a 2-minute suspension for someone too. For someone in Budućnost. It wasn't Svijic, it was Georgievska, scored by Gurbitz. And Georgievska gets it 2 minutes, and Laszlo Nagy looks on, knowing that in a couple of weeks' time he'll be at the EHF Final Four, the Velux EHF Final Four, that is. This, of course, being the MVM EHF Final Four Women's Champions League gold medal match. And at the moment, there's only one place the gold is going, and that is to Gyori, because after 21 minutes and 16 seconds in the second half, they're leading by a cool 5 goals. Timeout for Budućnost.
Nemojte da divljate, svako 2 minuta ste zaslužili, svako, jer ne igrate kako treba glavom u obrani, glavom, nemojte da nam prođe utakmica, molim vas, u napad radimo 20 radnja, ako krenemo da radimo jedan ponovo, Vajdli, dobro, sad idemo promjenu, posle, okej, ajde, Vjerujte! Play for the team! Okay? Play like a team and for the team. Forget the score, because we are looking the score and we go with the break.
Well, that's interesting. Martin, be brave. It's positive messages all the time, and he says play for the team like a team.
We get the space in 6,
yeah.
2, 1 and 2, also for Missy, and you got that with the wing. If you want to shoot, the only thing you have to do is open. Heidi, stay, you open.
He's absolutely right. When they move the ball, they score. Now, interesting that 5 on 6, Budućnost have had trouble scoring. Look at Tervel and Loka holding hands together. Niagu tries to make great ball to Knezovic. Absolutely wonderful ball. Ran past the marker, ball into space. Great ball by Niagu there coming around. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Gurbitz caught in no man's land. No chance, Lund, and it's a 4-goal game again, 23-19. And there are 8 minutes left in the game. 8 minutes between Gyori and a bit of history. Retaining the Champions League. That's wonderful. And that is Kovacic over there. And 6 on 5, they're tearing this Budućnost team apart. In the power plays, Gyori really have destroyed them. And how many 2 minutes have we had for Budućnost? They've had 4 2 minutes, and that's a big difference in the game. 42 seconds left on this one. Dragan Adzic, well, he's still Mr. Calm over there, and I'm sure he needs to say something to his team. Niagu with the ball, tries to break through, ball out to Knezovic. Knezovic hit by Kovacic. Down she goes on the ground, waits for the ball, gets it. Kovacic, that's brilliant by Kovacic and Amorim. Clever by Knezovic, wanted to play it fast again. Look at Svijic in there against Loka. Mehmetovic, now it's 2 on 2 on the far side. Underarm shot, well. It's what we said, 5 on 6, they've no idea. And you saw they had three players marking Svijic. They ended up with a 2 on 2 on the far side, and Knezovic, well, I think the ban yesterday meant that she didn't really get into the competition as quickly as the other girls. Oh, look at that. Great save by Voltering. They needed that again. Look at this. Loka all the way on her own on the ball. But once again, the rebound came out. You know, they say it comes in circles, that it evens itself out, the luck. Dragan Adzic had all the luck yesterday. The 2 timeout cards. One for Indira Kastratovic when the goal was scored. Lovely ball in. Can she score it? She does score it. He had all the luck yesterday, Dragan Adzic. He puts his timeout card down just before the attacker foul by his team. If Indira Kastratovic hasn't put that green card down, Varder's playing this final. And today, I have to say, and partly in terms of Gyori, their attitude to this game today, the luck has deserted Varder. They haven't had much luck on rebounds, and it's gone to a 6-goal game with 6 minutes remaining. And at this stage now, Niagu scores it, but it's a scant consolation. Even on the bench, they didn't all stand up to cheer the goal. there may be a feeling that if Gyori just keep their shape for the next 5.5 minutes or so, they're going to win a second consecutive Champions League and the first ever MVM EHF Final Four. Kovacic is in on the line, second line, Gurbic to Amarim, who comes from that deep side again. Bulatovic waits, plays it back across, almost stolen, but Amarim moved onto the ball. Goes for the shot, great defending by Niagu. Did you see what she did there? Petrovic had stepped out, and she knew the ball was coming across parallel pass, and Amarim moved onto it. Look, and Petrovic was lost number 2. Brilliant bit of play by Amarim. Got Bulatovic out of jail there, because if he played that ball, Petrovic was gone. Super play. I tell you, Amarim's had a great game today. She's been sensational. 4 goals doesn't tell the whole story, but I have to say the entire Gyori team have played wonderfully well and could be further ahead. Bulatovic back to Amarim. Amarim around out to the wing, and it's Gurbic now comes back, shoots, scores! Well, I don't know how she did it. 5 goals. It was that lovely movement coming back in from the wing, and Voltering knocked it into her own net, and it's a 6-goal game again. And every time Budućnost looked like maybe, Gyori just step on the gas again and score another one. Heidi Loka's got 2 minutes as we were raving about that last goal from Gurbic. Well, that's why. I mean, she was taking the jersey off Slic before the end of the game. Now, 2 minutes. Is 6 goals enough to hang on? I think so. Because this Budućnost team is not set up to score quick goals. Niagu to Knežević hit in the face. It's a double 2 minutes. What has Gyori done? It's a red card. Oh no! Well, I don't believe it. They're walking to the final, to the gold medal, and Kovacic does something like that at a 2-minute suspension. What is the rule? The rule is do not get another one. Oh my word, what has she done? Absolutely crazy from Kovacic on Knežević. And in the end, Gyori may have shot themselves in the foot. They've got to play 6-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Kovacic can't come back on. All right, Korsas come back on for the last 2.5 minutes from the game when this is over. Knežević poleaxed by Kovacic. All happening here now. Little bit of tension at the end of the game. 6 players against 4 for the next 2 minutes. Budućnost need to play fast. I don't know why she's smiling, because if anything goes wrong now, this is a disaster right at the end of the game for Gyori. Slic, Niagu, she's in the line. Knežević goes, ball into the wing to Petrovic. Saved by Lund. Well, could anything else happen here? Petrovic needs to score this goal. Lund saves it, near post, arm and leg. And now there's 4 players from Gyori playing against 6 from Budućnost, and there's no pressure from Budućnost. They've given up. The game is over. Amarim, ball is lost. They break, not very quickly. Knežević through, save! A save! Oh my word! Katarina Lund! Well, that's brilliant! You know, it's absolutely incredible. Knežević, well, she won herself no fans in Gyori. A red card for Kovacic and 2 saves. And Draganadzic, well, that is amazing. They have not scored. 6-on-4 for 1.5 minutes. Reda Šoš gets a little run out in place of Bulatovic. Well, timeout call for Ambros Martin, and really it's just to rub salt into the wounds of this team from Budućnost. Let's hear what he says.
Play and passive. And we want the shooting. Vicky here, you in the middle, and Duda in the back. When passive, this, and you shoot. Okay? I don't know, maybe the score, but you are going to the goal.
Okay.
Samo kretnja, navedite ih da neki šuta u sos. I vučemo tranziciju. Ajmo. I taj šut.
Well, we watched the timeout from both teams. Well, Ambrose Martinez said what he has to say, which is just keep playing till passive play is called. It makes a lot of sense. With 3 minutes to go, the Gyori fans can relax. The Budućnost fans in the stadium are not so happy, but the Hungarian fans, well, they're cheering. And Ambrose Martinez, as I said, he's just basically said to his team, play until passive play is called, and then take a shot if needs be, but it doesn't even have to be a shot on target. 6-goal lead in the MVM EHF Final Four gold medal match. And you have to say that perhaps the game that Budućnost played yesterday has taken something out of them, but you also have to say that the coach, Ambrose Martin, has absolutely 100% organised his team in such a way that this Budućnost team couldn't beat them. Their defence was sensational. That centre block with Tervel and Amorim was brilliant. The move to put Amorim wide, almost 10 metres on the sideline of the left, so she's coming in strong between 1 and 2. And then, well, Gurbitz, absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. 4 players. Shot is taken. Shot to nothing. Now they fast break. Nemedovic into Svijic, but she's inside. She's inside. It's no goal. Well, I mean, how much worse does it get? It wasn't Svijic. Look at her. She's inside. It's Jezic, and that's unbelievable that a player on a fast break would end up inside the 6-metre line. Sidian gets the nod on the line. Bognar Bodie on the left wing. Ball is on. It's brilliant! And another sublime pass. It only touched her hand. It wasn't a goal. It wasn't a goal. Well, Voltering takes it. It all changes now. I'm having a look here. Bognar Bodie. Ball across. Ah, that's why it was in and out. What a pass by Gurbitz, though. No goal. Great call by the referees again. Inside. Thought it was a goal, but not to be. But with 2 minutes remaining, he has almost his second string on. Dora Horniak is on. Redai Shosh. Gurbitz still stays. She's not going off that court, is she? She's going to bask in this win. Svijic goes down. Tervel is down. Fast break. Gurbitz. 2 players down. They call timeout because they both seem to bang their heads. And once again, the thing was, in the centre block, Svijic was strong. In the centre block, they had Svijic covered. But once she moved out to block on Loke, they had much more success, but they didn't keep doing that. Still, you got to hand it to Gyori. They did absolutely sensationally in this game. Really, really good. Fans are delighted. I'd say the roof is going to be lifted off the Pap Laszlo Arena at the end of this game. I mean, 26-20 to only score 20 goals in the Champions League final shows the defence and the goalkeeping prowess of Lund today. They've replaced her, of course, as I said, Ambrose Martin giving all the players a chance to sample this atmosphere here today. He's brought on Hare in goal. Vukcevic has come on in place of Voltering on the line as well. Oh, there you go. Just chin hits head. Oh, head hits head. Well, completely accidental again. And Dora Horniak was in there making sure that there was no goal scored while she was defending. And Svijic is still down. They're just making sure, and there you go, the hand is moving, everything's okay. Just another bang of the head, but we don't like to see that. Head injuries can be quite dangerous. But okay, so the Gyori team now, well, it's almost unrecognizable from the team that plays mostly 60 minutes for this team. It's Korsos, it's Dora Horniak, it's Redai Shosh, it's, well, Gudubic's always in the centre. It's Bognar Bodhi on the right wing, and it's Silian in on the line, and Her is in the goal. National team number 1 plays second fiddle behind Katarina Lund, the Norwegian goalkeeper. And like I said, Vukcevic is getting the nod for Budućnost. And Svijic is down injured, and the look of dejection on the faces of the Budućnost players is, well, it's palpable. Medovic looks on, what a great game she had yesterday, but today just hasn't been her day. Knezovic, well, maybe too much pressure on her to really get this team playing well, and it just wasn't good enough. Petrovic outside right, and the stretchers being brought on. We don't like to see that for Svijic. And well, that's what the stoppage is in the game. Well, Niagu has done really well in the game today. She's really put in a superior effort, that has to be said. And she's got 6. Dalbu's got 5, so between them they've scored 11 goals. And when you add in Svijic, who's injured at the moment on the court, between the 3 of them they've got 15 goals in the game. Maybe 16 actually. Whereas for the team from Gyori, well, the scoring has been right across the board, with Gudubic's pulling all the strings. And here it is again. No, that's the Amorim going through. How good has she been coming from that side? It's been so vital today for what they've tried to do. So, Svijic is on her feet, but looking very, very dazed. And, well, losing Lazovic was a big loss to them in the first half of their centre block. And now Svijic, well, she gets a round of applause from the fans. She's okay, but just a little dazed. And Tervel, who actually banged her head, is sitting up and chatting away, so she's okay after the bang. But our very, very best to Dragana Svijic, and we hope she's okay. It's never nice, but in the meantime, 1:45 left in the game. We've got 2 full squads out there on the court against each other. Gyori, double overlap, ball moves all the way to the wing. Oh! Gudubic's the icing on the cake, the cherry on the icing on the cake. Oh my word. Well, you just got to admire that. I mean, I don't think I could do that if there was no goalkeeper in goal. And in the meantime, Hare makes a save down the other end. But I'll tell you, I could watch Gudubic's play today all day. She was absolutely brilliant. Assists, goals, you name it. She really is a class act. She calls, she directs, switch with Shosh. Shosh takes the shot over the bar. Fouls as the referee, attacker foul. Knezovic's ball. Butsko Horniak came on, almost stole it from the Agu. Then she goes back in defence. Oh, they've lost the ball. And Gurbic is gone. She's gone. Anita Gurbic! Ah! Well, I'll tell you, she's cheeky, and you gotta laugh. She knows with 15 seconds left that goal scored, too little too late. 27-21. They count down like the moon landing, and Hungary goes wild because the team from Budućnost have been put to the sword. The champions 2014 of the MVM EHF Final Four is Gyori Audi ETO Handball Club from Hungary, and they have absolutely destroyed this Budućnost team today. The score says 27-21. That's the result. The game says a lot more. Well, they're going to milk this moment, aren't they? David Bogazzi, who commentated the first game, joins me now for the celebration. It's been a great event, David.
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, the whole event, the last 2 days, the first ever MVM EHF Final Four. Fantastic event, we have to say. Really great games. A massive crowd here in Budapest. 10,000 people screaming and shouting. Of course, it's a wave of green and white now through this hall. All of them shouting for their club. Only 100 kilometres from here, but right, Tom? Great 2 days of handball.
Great skill. Do you think that the Euro girls are excited there, David, looking at them? I think they're getting a little bit excited.
Very, I imagine. I can understand it all.
Well, it's a fantastic trophy, and we have to say congratulations to all four teams. I mean, FC Midtjylland did themselves proud. We got to mention Nikki Groth. She was just sensational.
Nikki Groth, great player, I have to say, yeah.
And Varder, congratulations to them for their third place. But this is all about, today is all about the final, the gold medal match, and that team in green. David, how good were they today?
They deserve to win it. They really deserve to win. A half-time score 15-10. Final score 27-21. I mean, at no real point did you ever think that Budućnost were going to come back.
Well, let me ask you the question, because we were in commentary. I was basically saying that this Budućnost team is set up to defend. So if the other team is scoring, they're not set up to be able to score enough goals to get back. And you really felt that 6 goals, really, it could be 15 on the scoreboard.
I have to say the main difference was Budućnost were okay when it was 6 against 6. But whenever against 6 against 5 and Gyori were up a player, that's when the problems were for both Budućnost in the defence and up front. They didn't know what to do.
Let me ask you about why do you think, I mean, it seemed to me that, let's talk about tiredness a little bit later, but if you look at the 2 male coaches, it seemed to me that the game plan for Ambros Martin was perfect, and Dragan Adzic really didn't look like he knew what to do. And when you look, when Svijic was on this side with Niagu, that was causing the most problems for the Gyori defence, but he didn't keep doing it. What do you think?
Well, I mean, as I said, the 5 against 6 was the biggest problem for Budućnost. I don't know, did they have a concept 5 against 6?
I don't think they had a concept in the game, end of story, because at times when they felt that they could, when you felt they could fast break against Gyori, when they turned the ball over, it was very, very slow. And I think that if anything, what we've seen is a stylish form of handball has won the game today. Now, you can argue that there are 2 styles of handball. One is a very defensive-minded game, and it worked for Budućnost yesterday. But you have to say, if you're looking at the beautiful game, if you want to see good handball being played, those girls in green did it today.
Yeah, I mean, the way it was, I mean...
There's Laszlo Nagy looking on.
Yeah, looking on, very happy Hungarian guy.
Happy Hungarian. He'll be even happier in a couple of weeks' time if he wins the Velux EHF Final Four. But let's go back into the style of handball.
I have to say, if you're looking at all the players, Budućnost had Niago, Voltering in goal, Dalbu, Svijic, and maybe Knežević, and that was it. And from Gyori all the way through, nearly all of them, not just the back 3 shooters which were on the All-Star team, from left to right, all 7 players were brilliant.
Now, let's ask very quickly while they take the applause. And there's Carlos Ortega. 4 kids he's got living in Budapest now, and he brought them all to the game today. They're his final 4, he told me. Now listen,
he's joining me.
That's it.
He's joining me in the 4 kids club.
That's it. Now listen, do you think tiredness played a part? Let's be honest. Gyori had a great game yesterday against Midtjylland, but always looked comfortable. Do you think tiredness played a part today?
I'm sorry, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it, really. No, I just think on the whole, Gyori were a better team, I have to say. It wasn't the scoring, maybe not even the saves was the massive thing. The technical fouls were not. Suspension was not.
Well, what I think we're seeing here in terms of these statistics, which looks quite close, is that Budućnost just didn't take enough shots.
Yeah.
And look at this: 10 suspensions, 6 for the other team. But really, the six for Gyori came when it was all over.
Right, that was it. I mean, it was too late then, really. You know what I mean? As I said.
Well, look, they're getting the stage ready, David. Let's have a look at this lovely young lady who's entertaining the fans. Yeah. I mean, you know, I have to say,
great. She was man of the match, I'd say. Girl.
You can't say man of the match. It's woman of the match.
Sorry about that. I have to get
player
of the match. For me, definitely player of the match, Gerbert. And not only because of the goals she scored, but she controlled the game, she made the game, she gave the right passes. They were looking for her, and at that time, when it was 2 on her, she knew, give the pass, let the others, you know.
You know, I think that he well, look at that. 2 Champions Leagues. I mean, there's a man. They brought him here a couple of years ago to win it. He came from Spain, where he'd been coaching Taxo for however you pronounce that name, for like 7 or 8 years, and he came to Gyori. They hadn't won a sausage, you might say, and been in so many finals. And suddenly this man turns around their fortunes. But I think that what he really needed today was Amarin coming from that deep. That pressure between 1 and 2. Mehmetovic didn't know whether to stick or twist. The wing was then open. If she sidestepped, the ball was moving quick, or she could go through herself. I mean, that was important. We'll talk about.
Is there a Spanish style in there? Is there a Spanish style?
Well, I'll tell you what the Spanish style is all about. Is all about using the head. They always say 90% head, 10% arm. Yeah. And you can see there they were finding the player that was open. But it was that movement, because I didn't see Amarim do that. She was playing much more inside yesterday, and today coming in that straight line, straight for the goalpost, was causing Budućnost all sorts of problems. Yeah. But let's go back to good bits. David, where Groth does it with Midtjylland. Yeah. She's got the ideas and everything else. She maybe doesn't have the team around her to pull it off. But whereas Gurbitz, she's like a conductor of an orchestra, isn't she?
The big difference is that Gurbitz only got 7 goals herself. Nikki Groth got 11 goals herself this morning. And Nikki Groth calls the game as well, but still got 11 goals. Gurbitz doesn't need to do that. I think she's a great team player, Gurbitz.
Yeah, but there are times, I think, where she kind of loses the run of herself. She feels that she can just do it. She could have had 8 if she hadn't tried that little lob at the end. Yeah. But you know, you can't fault a player at the very end going through on goal. You know, what are you going to do? She was looking for the cherry on the icing, on the sponge of the cake. You know?
She got it now.
David, look at that! Look at this! It's the first ever EHF MVM EHF Final 4. Look at it! Look at that arena! How good is that? Nobody is left.
10,000 people in the
Look at that queue. The Pat Blaslow Arena, it's one of the most modern, you were telling me, one of the most modern stadiums in Europe.
Yeah, it is fantastic. 10,000 people. Everybody can watch at a good distance to the floor. Really, really good stadium, I have to say. Well organised by the Hungarians. Well organised.
Congratulations to everybody involved, from the EHF team, the media team that's been here, ourselves in EHF TV. I mean, we have to congratulate ourselves, David. Yeah. But the Hungarians who've done a wonderful, and these fans, I have to say, they're very gracious. They have given rounds of applause to the other teams. They've cheered the other teams. They've stayed to watch games where they weren't involved. I mean, the stadium was almost full for the bronze medal match today, Midtjylland against Varga. There was a good handball atmosphere in the hall.
I mean, normally you would think on the first ever event, you're expecting teething problems on the organisation side, and for the teams, as I said earlier in the bronze medal game, that these players only know two games back to back when it's in a national team. They don't know this as club.
David, the second place team is being introduced to the crowd to the the dulcet tones of Bon Jovi and shot down in the blaze of glory, which in fact they were. And look at those Budućnost fans. I mean, they've travelled all the way here. David, you know, the fans of handball are so loyal, aren't they?
Yeah, here's Clara Woltering, the German, coming in. Dalbu.
Niagu's been great.
Niagu's
been great. Dalbu and Niagu's been fantastic the entire tournament, from the group phase to the main round to this Final Four event.
I mean, they fought yesterday as well. You know, they had a great game yesterday, I have to say.
By the way, Bulatovic goes back to that team next year.
I know. I'm wondering what that's going to be like next year.
Well, I'm wondering. I mean, I'm wondering for her, will that style of play, will it change if she's there? Or will that suit her, that style of play?
I think she's from this area. She would know that style of play. But I heard this morning that Vader have got 3 new players as well, especially that girl Summer from Germany. Very good girl. They're going to have a great team as well, Vader, next year.
I have to say that stage looks absolutely wonderful. I just saw Jean Briot, the president of the EHF, coming in with Michael Wieder, the General Secretary of the EHF, to present the medals. Jean Briot and Michael Wieder, they look fantastic, don't they? I'd say they're delighted with this.
And they can be very proud of themselves.
There's the Montenegrin minister. Well, I don't know what he's the minister for. Pedrag, I know him. Pedrag, he's up there in the stands. He's on the phone. He's on the phone wondering what went wrong. I know they've done great to get here.
When you think the concept of when Jean Briot took over the presidency, he said, let's do something more for women's handball in Europe. And in such a relatively short space of time, they put this Final Four on the map in Europe.
Agreed.
For women's clubs all over Europe. Everybody should be fighting to get into this competition.
David, can I tell you this? These girls won't appreciate it now that they've just come second in the Final Four. It's heartbreaking to lose a final. I've lost so many finals, I couldn't even count them. And when you win, it's a whole other feeling. But once the dust settles, and all these teams look back at what they've achieved here. Remember, this is a huge event. They've never experienced anything like this before in terms of media coverage, in terms of media almost invasion. It's print press, it's TVs, it's cameras, it's everything. And that mentally must fatigue the girls. But you gotta listen, well done, congratulations to the girls from Podgorica, because they're the second best team in the world. Because let's assume that Europe, we're the best in the world.
Of course.
They're the second best team in the world.
And playing in front of 10,000 green and white shirts. I mean, they hung in there. They hung in there. They could have collapsed. You got to say, Dragan Adzic has given them some steel. All right, they may not play lovely, stylish handball. We saw that yesterday in the semi-final. But you got to say about them, they've got some bottle. They've got some steel, and they stayed there. They stayed into great game. I mean, I'd say it wasn't.
Well, she didn't have her best game, but yesterday she had a great game.
Yes, I was going to say she had a good tournament. If we conclude yesterday,
did. Yeah,
we say,
I mean, that's a long walk down that tunnel.
I know, yeah.
That's a long walk down that tunnel. Lazovic,
she was missing definitely in the rest of the game.
Yeah, once she hurt that knee and it was completely accidental.
Look at that.
Do you think he's happy?
Ambrose Martin. The happiest Spanish man in this hall today. Because in a few weeks' time, it'll be Carlos Ortega in Cologne.
How do you say happy in Spanish? Contento. I don't know. What is he? Contento. There you go. Winner 2014. Do you know what's absolutely brilliant about this? The fans were cheering on the team. The benches and the crowd was actually quite near the benches. I mean, it's quite close. And they were calling them over even after the warm-up. The girls were giving them a wave and everything else. Look at this girl, Anita Gorbitz. Now, what has she won? Has she won top scorer? I think she's won top scorer, David.
Top player? Or
top scorer. She's going to get that golden ball. Because coming into this game today, let me just check my notes. I mean, I'm getting carried away.
I just have to, while you're looking there, I'll tell you something about Ambrose Martin. I talked to him the other day, in the first day when they arrived, and I asked him, I said, hey, you've got 3 players in the All-Star team. What's that like for you? You know what he said? Yeah, I'm not interested. The team is the most important thing.
Well, I'll tell you, she got 80 goals. She made 73 coming into this tournament. She got 7 yesterday, 7 again today. My maths tell me that's 87 goals. 87 goals. She scored a couple of years ago. She scored 133 goals. they didn't win the title. But now she's the top scorer and title winner.
Because she's a team player.
Yeah, but you know, you can, for the first time you're going to say to her, listen, you've won the title and you've won the golden ball, how do you feel? And she can't say to me, well, it's more important they won the thing. And I say, yes, but you've won both. So come on, give me the truth here. You've got to be feeling excited.
Oh.
That's going up on the mantelpiece at home, David. She want to have a big mantelpiece. She's got a big cup to put up there and a big ball. And have you seen the size of the medals? They're like they're the size of plates. I mean, they've done everything big here. Even the medals are huge. By the way, a quick word. We hope Lazovic is okay after her injury, but also Sviachu was because, you know, it's all smiles around for Gyori at the moment, but really...
Oh, look. Let's goalkeeper.
Ah, she was sensational.
Look.
I think they're just introducing them as they come on. I mean, I didn't hear exactly what they're saying. Let's see. She's going on first. Captain of the team, yeah? Was she captain of the team? I mean, that's wonderful. What she get? Oh, look. Oh, she must be getting most valuable player. Well, she deserves it. What were her saves today? I mean, she was absolutely outstanding. She's on 37% at the end of the game. I mean, you know, 37%.
But still, Vulturing got 34%. You know what I mean? Still a great day, Vulturing.
But the times that it was needed, when they were down those two players, 6 on 4, she pulled off 2 absolutely world-class saves.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
The second one on the fast break. I mean, she was like a star. Was it Niagu? It was Niagu breaking through, and it was absolutely incredible. All right, David.
I have to go now. I have to make an interview.
All right, David's leaving us now for a moment, but thank you, David Ragazzi, and congratulations on commentating the third place game here on EHF TV. So it leaves it up to me to take you through to the final moments. Look at that stadium, look at that cube, look at the fans, you can see them in 3D, wonderful. Camera flashes going off around the arena. Budućnost leads on this team. Katarina Lund has left that cup behind her. Obviously she's won most valuable player, which congratulations to her, but congratulations to this entire team. I mean, the rundown. Today, Heidi Loka, 4 goals. Korsos, 1 goal. Budućnost, 7. Kovacic, 2. Amorim, 4. Orban, 4. Bulatovic, 3. Bognar Bodie, 2. For a grand total of 27 goals in this final match to win 27-21. And the pressure they were under coming in here as favourites. Well, and then a big shout out to the girls who maybe we don't know so well, who don't play so often. Dora Horniak, the left back, Victoria Redai Shos. She's the other right back. Rafael Dervel, of course, the specialist defender who very rarely gets a goal because she doesn't cross that halfway line. Shepeshi, who is injured but named, and Sidian, the line player, Botsko Horniak. I mean, it's a great squad, it's a great team. They seem like a real team. They seem like they're all together in that. Ambrose Martin, Gabor Dani, Peter Balloch, Solche. I mean, they're all there as Michael Vieder and Jean Briot give out the medals. The floor manager there in the background getting caught on camera. And, you know, they're so excited. And it really won't sink in for a few minutes how good they actually were. And the champagne's been handed over. I'm glad I'm not standing out there to get my suit destroyed. And well, Bulatovic, she's probably wondering, has she made the right choice? This team is very, very strong. It's only going to get better and better, you would imagine. All right, Lund is 34 years of age. And looks like Mr. Bergazzi has joined us back again. And David, I was just saying there that you wonder how far this team can go. I mean, they're quite young, you know. Anita Gurbitz is only 31, Heidi Loka is only 31, Haraldson Lund is only 34. I mean, the rest of them are in their 20s, early or late. Tervel, of course, I think Tervel is retiring at the end of the season. Yeah, so a gold medal in her pocket, retiring. Nice to have.
What about the last? I mean, when Bulatovic leaves now, you know, and goes.
Yeah, go on.
What's that going to be like when Bulatovic leaves? You know, they're going to have to replace her.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was saying. I was just asking the question whether or not Bulatovic might be wondering now if she made the right decision. But maybe she wants to go home for personal reasons, who knows. But the point I'm trying to make is, you look at this team here and you ask yourself whether or not you ask yourself whether or not this team can continue to grow stronger and stronger, and whether the other teams can catch up with them. That's the point. Can other teams catch up with this team?
I mean, from the 4 teams that were playing, I mean, that was the best team, and they deserved to win the Champions.
They were the best team, and they played the best handball.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the others will
Oh,
have
look,
to
wait.
Here we go.
This is the moment.
Who is it going to do it?
Looks like Goodbits. I think she's going to do everything today. Of course, Queen. We got to listen to it. It's one of my favorite songs.
I know, Tom. I know you actually are a good singer of this song. We won't ask you to sing.
No, thanks.
I've made a few. I've had some share my sand and my feet and all of you. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end.
David, thank you very much for joining us. I know you've got to go off and do your interviews. Brilliant work. And there they are. They had the T-shirts already made. A lot of people think that's maybe an omen of bad luck, but maybe somebody was outside with a printing press getting it all ready. Well, look at the size of that trophy, the fireworks display, the champagne that is being poured all over these girls. It's been absolutely amazing to watch. 10,000 in the arena cheered on this team. Macedonian fans came, Montenegrin fans came, but the majority were made up of the fans of Hungary, and that's what it means to the 2 Norwegians who made Hungary their adopted home. It's been an absolutely sensational event. The celebrations will continue for another few minutes. Once more, 27-21, Gyori beat Budućnost to become champions of Europe, 2nd season in succession, and the winners of the inaugural MVM EHF Final Four. From myself, Tom O'Branigoin, stay tuned for some interviews with the winners, with David Brigazzi, live from Budapest. Congratulations to all the girls, the athletes who participated on the court and elsewhere. It's been a wonderful event to be part of. You've done the sport proud. Brilliant. And for myself, as I said, I will talk to you soon.
The winner of the Champions League, yeah!
Okay, here we go. Katerina, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, stupid question, but how do you feel?
Really, it's amazing. Really, I don't know still what I can say. I'm so happy, and it's my third Champions League. Really, I cannot believe still.
I mean, really a great game. You had a great game. What was the big difference between the two?
I think really today the difference was our goalkeeper because Katrina, she was really great. Today she was the best.
She was great. I have to say, Gerbitz, she made, even though not about the number of goals, but the passes she made and everything.
Yeah, really, she made it. She scored and she assisted. She was really good, but really, I don't know what to say.
What will be the celebration like tonight?
I still don't know, but I think we'll be really crazy.
How long will it go? How long?
I don't know until we can stay on our legs.
At the beginning of a few days ago, I asked you about high heels and runners. What goes on tonight?
Tonight I can wear it high heels. For tonight it's okay.
Once again, congratulations and have a great evening.
Thank you so much.
mich gleich jetzt wieder direkt, dass ich Deutsch mit dir sprechen kann. Mein Gehirn denkt schon Englisch.
Germany or Austrian.
Are very red.
Wet? Red.
Red. Neće, tako da ne mora. Ista je to kuća. Vrlo su blizu.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it works, that's good. Welcome to this press conference for the final of the first MVM EHF Final Four. We'll do these press conferences in two parts, and we'll start with the second place team today, and I welcome here on stage Dragan Acic, the head coach of Budućnost, and Clara Woltering, the team's goalkeeper. Yeah. Clara, you were very, I saw you, you know, like in the box, there were like very emotional moments that you lived during the game. Tell us a bit how you felt, how you experienced this game.
Yeah, first I have to say congratulations for Ger, and congratulations also for this organization here for the first Final Four. It was really good. Yeah, the game, we know that it will be really hard for us because we had a tough fight yesterday against Vardar. So we go today in this match without pressure. The pressure, I think, was on Ger's side, but they managed it really well. And yeah, we was making too much easy mistakes today, and I think that was the reason. But I have also to say thanks for my team, for my teammates, also for the coaches, because we played a really well season. We had a lot of different or difficult games, and so we can be really proud that we was today in the final.
Thank you, Dragan. It was very early in the game between, I think, the 8th and the 13th minute that you were, suddenly 5 goals behind. I think it went from 2-3 to 2-7, and that was a backlog that you could obviously never clear again. What went wrong, especially in this first bit of the first half?
Prvo ja da čestitam Gjeru na vrhunskoj sezoni i na potpuno zasluženom osvojenju Ligi šampiona. Zahvalan sam i mojim igračicama i stručnom štabu i klubu što je ispoštovao i što smo imali ovako kvalitetnu i uspješnu sezonu.
Congratulations to the team of the Gyori. They deserved the trophy because they play at top level all the season. Of course, congratulations to my players, to my club, because we have a very successful season.
A što se tiče tog dijela utakmice, očigledno da i Gyori ne samo kvalitetni, nego i iskustveni od naše ekipe i to se odrazilo na taj period utakmice i kompletnu utakmicu jer smo igrali ne našu igru, već smo malo više se bili opijeni finalom.
The Hungarian team have more experience than our team, and my players were not at the level that is necessary to win the trophy.
Ali sve to je do iskustva i siguran sam da ćemo biti bolji sljedećom prilikom.
It's a big experience for our team, and I hope that we will be better next season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we continue with the winners of this year's tournament, are there any further questions to Clara Woltering? Thank you, then.
You can go.
And now we welcome on stage. And now we welcome on stage the winners of the 2014 MVM EHF Final Four, and I welcome on stage Ambrosch Martin, the head coach of Gyori, and Katarina Volatovic. Ambrosch, first question, how's your back after being thrown up in the air a couple of times by your team?
What?
How's your back feeling after you've been, thrown up in the air a couple of times?
A bit better to ask for the pants.
Super. But first of all, I would like to congratulate our opponents with the heart. It's not just formal words, with the heart, because you were the best team during the main round. You saw this when we play against. You were leading all the time. But I have to say also that my players during the whole season, and in the very right moment, in this moment, so they were the best. So there is, I don't know how to say, maybe I don't have in English enough words to explain my feelings for too many things, but it's a very big pleasure to be here again like a winner. So congratulations also for everybody who helped us, for the fans, of course, and this is a very big success, but mainly for this
players.
Katarina, what do you think were the key factors today?
Well, I would like to congratulate the team of Budućnost. They, like Amber said, they was our biggest opponent this season. But for the game, I would like to say big thanks for the supporters. They was amazing, really, yesterday and today, and also whole season. And I'm happy because I will leave this team with my third Champions title. And for the game, really, it wasn't maybe. Really, for me, it wasn't so easy, to play. Not because that is Budućnost, but they play really good defense, and the whole season they was the best in that, and we need to really be prepared very well for that. And today I think that we was really great in defense, and we have great Katrina on the goal, and also the players who was on the court, they was the great, and big thanks for them. I don't know what to say more.
Thank you very much. Now it's the time for your questions.
Everything is clear.
No questions.
Everything is clear.
Thank you very much. Congratulations again. Thank you.